Hello children, chapter 15, the second video, that is on the natural phenomenon called as earthquakes. We have seen that natural phenomena cause a large scale destruction of human life and property. But when it comes to lightning, thunderstorms, cyclones, these phenomena can be predicted to some extent. The weather department can warn about a thunderstorm developing in some area, and certain precautions can be taken so that the damage which is caused by these phenomena can be prevented, or at least to some extent can be reduced. But there is, however, one natural phenomenon which we are not yet able to predict accurately, and that is earthquake. It can cause damage to human life and property on a large scale. A major earthquake occurred in India on 8 October 2005 in Uri and Tangdhar towns of North Kashmir. Before that, a major earthquake occurred on 26 Jan 2001 in Bhuj district of Gujarat. Now, these two earthquakes have noted a lot of destruction of life and property. What is an earthquake? What happens when it occurs? What can we do to minimize its effects? We shall see all the answers to these questions. What is an earthquake? So it is a sudden shaking or trembling of the earth which lasts for a very short time. It is caused by the disturbance deep inside the earth's crust. Earthquakes occur all the time, all over the earth. They are not even noticed. That means these tremors and these sudden movements are continuously taking place inside the earth, but they are not experienced outside. So major earthquakes are much less frequent. They can cause immense damage to buildings, bridges, dams, people, a great loss to life and property. They can also cause floods, landslides, and tsunamis. A major tsunami occurred in Indian Ocean on 26 December 2004, and the coastal areas, they suffered huge losses. Now, what is the cause of an earthquake? What causes an earthquake? So, ancient times, as Bujo says that his grandmother told him that the earth is balanced on the horn of a bull, and when the bull shifts the earth from one horn to the other, earthquakes occur. But it is not true, certainly. There are certain mythical stories, like as Bujo's grandmother told. Many more are there. But what is the actual reason? So what the disturbance inside the earth? So what could cause this disturbance? So that there are the tremors which are caused. You see the different parts or the structure of the earth. Please mark this figure for the diagram. You can see the innermost core, then the outer core, the mantle, and the outermost crust. These are the layers or structure of the earth. Now, in the inside, that is the core part, the inner core and the outer core, there are certain disturbances which take place, certain movements which always take place. So that is responsible for the earthquakes to occur. Outermost layer of the earth is not in one piece. So this part which appears to be round, actually it is not in one piece because it is not continued. Okay, in certain places there is water, and so on. It is fragmented. The outermost layer is fragmented. Each fragment is called a plate. These plates are in continual motion. When they brush past one another, that means they move from one to the other. So a plate goes under another due to collision. Now, collision means banging together. Now, in this case, this is one plate, this is another plate. They come and bang with each other, they collide with each other. Due to this collision, there is a disturbance which is caused. This part is elevated. There is a disturbance in this part of the surface of the earth, and that causes earthquake. That is one reason, collision. Next is, as you can see in this figure, brushing past. So one plate and the other plate, they move. The movement is in different direction, but from the sides they brush apart. Understand? So that becomes a reason for the causing of the earthquakes. So the collision and the brushing past those are the movements of Earth's plates. It is this disturbance that is shown here that shows up as an earthquake on the surface of the Earth. So Bujo has a question that if scientists know so much about the earthquakes, can they also predict when and where the next one will strike? No. Although we know for sure what causes an earthquake, it is not yet possible to predict when and where the next earthquake might occur. So it is important that we have to be aware of the way of living has to be maintained, okay, in such a way that if at all earthquakes occur in that place which is prone to earthquake, we have to be careful about our living. Okay, Paheli says, I read somewhere that underground explosions also cause tremors. Now, underground explosions, like when a volcano erupts. Now, volcano erupts, what is the cause of how the volcano erupts? So, this inner core, which is made up of magma. Understand? So, when this comes out, okay, when it comes out through a particular part of the Earth's crust. So, when it inside it is magma. When it comes out, it is called as lava. So, when it comes out, a volcano, you call it a volcano when a volcano erupts, or when a meteor, which is a celestial object, okay, when that hits the Earth, or when there is an underground nuclear explosion, all these can cause movement of Earth's plates, and earthquakes occur. Since earthquakes are caused by the movement of plates, the boundaries of the plates are the weak zones where the earthquakes are more likely to occur. The weak zones are also known as the seismic or the fault zones. In India, the areas which are most threatened are you can see in the figure shown over here, the Kashmir part, the western and the central Himalayas, the whole of the northeast, then the Rann of Kutch, Rajasthan, Indo-Gangetic Plain. Some areas of the south also are in the danger zone. Danger zone means that areas where earthquakes are more likely to occur. Now, the power of an earthquake is expressed in terms of a magnitude on a scale called Richter scale. So, in what unit or what is the scale in which the power is of the earthquake is measured or expressed? It is this Richter scale. Really, destructive earthquakes have magnitudes higher than 7 on the Richter scale. Both Bhuj and Kashmir earthquakes had magnitudes greater than 7.5. That means it was really on a large scale.